Welcome to the Albanian Riviera, home of some of the most famous beaches in all of Albania. Think turquoise water, soft sand, and little islands that are begging you to swim out to them. For the next couple of days, it's all about soaking up the sun, diving into the sea, and finding the perfect beachside spot to sip something cold. Let's get sipsy, y'all. We are staying in Saranda, so we drove a quick 20 minutes down to head to Ksamil Beach. The K is silent, so it's throwing me off a little bit. Ksamil Beach. We're actually gonna head to Ksamil Beach number 7. We've done some research. There's a bunch of beaches all around the peninsula, but that one seems to be the most popular and has the softest sand and the bluest water. We're on the way there now, so I will keep you posted of whether or not that's true. Okay, so we are here in middle of September, so it's technically off season. We got here early, so we got down here at 9:30. We paid 500 lek to park, so roughly €5. My parents wanted to be close to the water. They have beach cabana they got for the day, so it's great because they have protection all day from the sun, and we are here right on the water. Very excited for today. So my dad and I swam to one of the islands off of where the beach was. You can swim to this island and the one behind us. Really nice. The water is not as cold over here around the island, but this place is just, I mean, it's incredible. You're definitely gonna wanna wear some sort of water shoes, especially if you're coming here and you wanna swim around and explore, because this is sharp rocks, so you need something to protect your feet. Today was absolutely astounding. We were at the Ksamil Beach number 7 for most of the day, and it was perfect. And we scoped out some other beaches, and if you're looking for a beach here, it's kind of hit and miss what you get. So a lot of the private beaches have either built like a boardwalk that's over the water because it's very rocky, or the beach that we were at, you can actually go into the water. So we're gonna head back towards that general vicinity tomorrow. In the meantime, we're sitting on our balcony of the Airbnb watching the sunset, and we just had some wine. It's a beautiful night. Wanting to stay close to the Airbnb, we walked to Saranda restaurant and had a lovely dinner. We were even joined by a local who told us all about his day, and of course, we ended up sharing something with him. We called it an early night because the next morning we wanted to drive to the nearby national park. Just a quick drive from Ksamil, you'll find one of Albania's most fascinating places, Butrint National Park. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site that has been home to everyone from the ancient Greeks to the Romans, Byzantines, and even the Venetians. Inside the park, you'll walk through crumbling amphitheaters, ancient temples, and stone walls that have been standing for over 2,000 years, all surrounded by lakes, marshes, and forests that make this place feel almost otherworldly. It's part history, part nature, and a totally different side of Albania's Riviera. Wandering through the ruins feels like a pretty epic change of pace from the beach day that we had yesterday. What do you think?
It's so cool.
Yeah? My dad purchased an Albania travel guide, and the travel guide had recommended that we go clockwise, so that is what we were doing. We just got our tickets. We got here around 9 a.m. and the first tour bus had just shown up. They do open at 8:30. Anytime you want to go to one of these sites, we always recommend that you go earlier because A, it's less crowds, and B, it's supposed to be in the 90s today. So it's always nice to get here early in the morning to help with the cooler temperatures as well. Personally, I think this was great to come visit. It was €10 per person. They've recently excavated this. A lot of this wasn't excavated until the 90s and 2000s, so it's fairly new. I would say if you're in the area, definitely recommend give yourself probably 2.5 hours to really explore. If you have tons of time, not looking to go to the beach, you just jump on this ferry boat. It's actually being pulled with chains, pulley system ferry. And then there's this castle right behind me that you can go, and that's the Venetian castle. We scouted a bunch of different beaches after we left the beach yesterday, and a lot of them were smaller or they were rockier, and my mom had some mobility issues, so we decided to come back to this beach today. We still have this beautiful view, and again, just going to enjoy and relax. The ruins are really great, so this will be a beautiful afternoon. Okay, the wind has picked up, as you can tell from my hair, so we are gonna head back. We think we're gonna go do the promenade maybe in the downtown area, but we're not 100% sure. It's just so windy right now. We might go back to the Airbnb and get cleaned up and then go out a little bit later.
2 hours later.
Parking here is absolutely atrocious. So we took a taxi down. It was 500 lek per person, so about 15 bucks. And honestly, it was worth it because trying to park down here would have cost us more, even for just a few hours. This is like the main central promenade here, and it is absolutely beautiful. We're here at sunset, so it's golden hour. Everyone's lining the beach. It's very, very pretty. We walked the length of the promenade, and shortly after sunset, we stopped at the Mani restaurant for dinner. We really wanted to do some more traditional Albanian food, and this place came highly recommended. After dinner, we decided to continue down the promenade. We met some more locals, explored a night market before ultimately hailing a taxi and going home for the evening. Good morning. We are going on a boat today. So we were walking around the promenade last night and there are tons of kiosks for different boats. My parents and I were talking and we decided that we want to go on a boat today. So we went ahead and booked a 6-hour boat trip. It was 15 euros per person and we're going to go to 6 different stops. I'm so excited because a lot of the places we're going to, you can only access via a boat. So we'll be able to see a lot more of the coastline from here and we are getting caffeinated. We're going to eat breakfast and then we're going to head out for the day. We're getting on the pirate boat. Just kidding, we're getting on this one over here next to it. First stop down, absolutely gorgeous. Music's playing, it's the Macarena, having a great time. We are at stop number 2, which is our big stop. We're gonna be here for around 2.5 hours. This water is so blue. I can't believe how blue this water is. It doesn't even feel real and it's gorgeous. Now this beach has a few different little bars. They have some umbrellas, they have beach chairs. So we went ahead and found ourselves a spot since we're gonna be here for a couple of hours. We packed lunches for today and we're just going to enjoy this gorgeous, gorgeous beach. Back on the boat, we have 4 more stops, 3 of which we can get off at, and 1 we're just gonna go see a cave. Let's go.
This is our 5th destination, the Turtle Cave.
We had a great time. Triple thumbs up from us. We're going to hail a taxi because I did not drive down here in this madness. We're gonna head back to our Airbnb, get cleaned up, and then probably head out for dinner. We wanted to stay closer to the Airbnb again, so we ended up at Seaview Restaurant for dinner. It wasn't our favorite meal, but the view was really pretty. We decided to take a quick detour on the way back to Tirana to one of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites to go to this castle here. Perched high above the stone of the Gjirokaster, this fortress has been watching over the valley for nearly 1,000 years. Gjirokastra Castle is one of the biggest in all of the Balkans, and exploring it truly feels like stepping into a slice of history. Inside the walls, you'll find crumbling towers, hidden passageways, and sweeping views of the Drino Valley. The castle has been everything from a medieval stronghold to a prison, and today it's a home to a mix of old canyons, war relics, and even a downed American plane that crash landed in the 1950s. But the real highlight is wandering the massive stone corridors and open courtyards where you can almost imagine what life was like centuries ago. And from the very top, the views over Gjirokaster's slate rooftops and surrounding mountains are absolutely unbeatable, and the perfect way to dive into the unique character of Albania's stone city. Chris and I have done a lot of castles, and this one is so unique and it's so well preserved. Behind me, you can see the different living areas where people used to be. There's definitely passages, there's rooms. Not really much is off limits, which is pretty impressive. And it's just perched up here on this hilltop, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I can't believe anyone ever built a castle like this. I don't know how they did it, but it's so impressive. We spent the next hour or so exploring the castle, but as this was our last day in Albania, we needed to unfortunately hit the road to head towards Tirana to catch a flight. That concludes our trip to Albania. If you enjoyed this, we do have a couple different videos for Albania, which we'll go ahead and link to here, but make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss our next video. Stay thirsty. Cheers, y'all.